Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make scallion pancakes. These are one of the easiest breads to make and are pretty much foolproof, so let's get started. We're going to start with AP flour and boiling hot water, kosher salt and oil. Yes, boiling hot water, and I'll explain more in a second. Mix this together until it looks like this, then we're going to knead for 2 minutes by hand. You can do this in a mixer if you want, but it's really not necessary. So why do we want to use boiling hot water? Well, it helps break down and stop gluten from forming, so when we roll out our dough, it doesn't try and shrink back into a small circle. It also helps keep the pancakes moist by locking water into the dough. They also can be light and chewy, like a good Indian roti bread. When we're done kneading our dough, we want to cut this into 4 to 6 portions, just depending on the size that you want your bread to be. Then we're going to wrap it in plastic wrap and set it aside and let it rest for 20 minutes. While we're waiting for the dough to rest, let's make the scallion mix for the pancakes. We just need to cut our scallions into rings. I like to add some sesame seeds into the mix, black pepper, kosher salt, and sesame oil. Mix this all together and it's ready to go. I like my dough for this to be more on the wet side, so I have to use some extra flour on the cutting board. Now just pat the dough into a flat pancake and start rolling it out into a circle. And you can see how the dough doesn't really try to shrink, it pretty much just holds its shape. The dough for this should be about 1/16 of an inch thick. The thinner it is, the more layers you're going to get, but it's going to be harder to roll out. Then just spread some of the scallion sesame mix on top and roll it up. The last step before we cook these is roll them into a pancake or about 1/4 of an inch thick. There should be enough oil in these that it shouldn't stick to the cutting board, so don't worry about that. Then just put them in a pan over medium heat with a few tablespoons of oil and cook it until it's golden brown on both sides. You might need to add some extra oil when you flip it over, just make sure that there is some in the pan. You know the pancakes are ready when they're golden brown and delicious on both sides. Then we just want to take these out and put it on a paper towel to soak up any extra oil that's sitting on the outside. And you end up with these. You can pull it apart and see all the flaky layers. These are great to eat as a snack with some chili oil dip or with some eggplant dip, and I have videos for both of these, so be sure to check them out. What do you think? Could this be a great substitution for pita and hummus? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. See you next time.